future that we are living in. Play to earn gaming, metaverses, NFTs, and more. By Singh Luthra, investor and advisor.
Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here today. My name is Singh Luthra. To give you a small background about myself, I got involved in the technology space since pretty early on. I was one of the first 100 people to develop apps for the iPhone. I was about 13 years old. I built about 30 apps before I sold my first company at 17 for a couple million, and then I started investing that money back into technology because that was the only thing that I understood. I came across Bitcoin first time in 2014, but really got involved as a full-time investor and entrepreneur in the cryptocurrency space closer to 2017 when I worked with a few companies like Hedera, Hashgraph, Ripple, where I own equity outside of tokens and help them bring them to market. And then there's many other token investments I did over the last few years. Over the last few years, my goal has been to just push the crypto and Bitcoin movement forward and be involved in the space and support entrepreneurs and investors alike. I've spoken at over 100 events live in person over the last 3 years about blockchain and cryptocurrencies in over 25 different countries. I've written articles for Forbes, for Cointelegraph, for Cryptonomics, and multiple other tier A media where I talked about metaverses, play-to-earn gaming before the trend took off. In the last 6 months, I've also made over 200 private sale investments, almost 25, 50 plus investments of those being in the play-to-earn and metaverse space. Having invested in so many of them and advised almost a dozen play-to-earn and metaverse gaming projects and helped them take them to market, deliver a 50 to 100x return to all our investors in the private sale with tens of millions in daily volume for the first launches. This has made me come to realize the kind of world that we are moving towards and how the new world order will look like and how metaverses will play a major role in that and how it's going to be different from the world that we live in today. Before we move ahead, let me get a show of hands on how many of you know what a metaverse is. Okay, cool. A few people here, that's great. I'm pretty sure most of you have already heard about Facebook changing their name to Meta and the stock ticker to MVRS, which stands for Metaverse. But have you wondered why? Facebook owns WhatsApp, Facebook owns Instagram, arguably two of the most downloaded apps today and the two of the most used apps today. Facebook is in the business of attention. They make money by holding your attention and showing you ads. So why would the largest social media company in the world change its name to Meta? Because that's where our attention will be in the future. Most people think the metaverse is a virtual place, like in the movie Ready Player One. But I think they're very wrong. It's not a place, it's a time, a moment in time. You know, in artificial intelligence, you have the theory of singularity. It's a moment in time when AI becomes smarter than humans. It's a moment when artificial intelligence is much more stronger than human intelligence. That moment in time is known as singularity. Similarly, the metaverse is a moment in time when our digital life becomes far more valuable to us than our physical life. This is not an overnight change. This is not an invention by an individual like the likes of Steve Jobs. It's a gradual change that's been happening for 20 plus years. Every important part of our life is going digital. Work, from factories to laptops, from boardrooms to Zooms, friends, from neighbors to followers. Where do you find like-minded people today? On Twitter and on Tinder. Games, more kids play Fortnite than basketball and football combined. I'll touch a little bit more about gaming eventually. Identity, filters are the new makeup. Your stories are a digital billboard to show the world your identity. What matters more? How do you look in real life or how do you look on Instagram? Everything goes digital. Your job, your friends, your identity. And now with crypto, your assets are also online. Bored apes are the new Rolex. Fortnite skins are the new skinny jeans. If everyone hangs out online all the time, then your flexes also must be digital. So if you play this forward another 10 to 20 years, we will cross into the metaverse. The moment in time when our digital life matters more to us than our physical life. Our attention used to be 99% on the physical life. Then TVs came around and that dropped our attention down to 80%. Then computers came, and that dropped our attention down to 60%. And now with smartphones, our attention is around 50%. Our attention has been sucked from the physical to the digital world. And where attention goes, energy flows. If 50% of our attention is on the digital screen, that means 50% of our energy goes to the digital life. Today, it takes some time and effort to take our phone out of our pockets and then look at it. But I was a user of the Google Glass in 2013 when there was a screen in front of my eyes at all the times. And it's only a matter of time when this technology becomes prevalent that everybody is using it. A company like Apple comes out with glasses that you have a screen in front of your eyes 90% of the time. That's the moment in time when the metaverse starts. Because at that moment, our virtual life becomes far more important than our physical life. Now, you may ask, is this a good thing or is this a bad thing? Like anything, it's neither a good thing nor a bad thing. It's a very different thing. Nobody will call the metaverse in a few years the metaverse. It's like in the end of the 1990s when people used to call the internet the information superhighway or the cyberspace. It's going to become a normal part of our lives, and many individuals around the world will live in the metaverse permanently. If you ask me personally, I would not spend too much of my time in the metaverse. Reason being, I'm pretty blessed to be able to enjoy my real life. I go out every night, I see friends, I travel the world, I've been to 60 countries. But while I do this, I also realize I come from a place like India, where 600 million people got access to the internet for the first time in 2017. These people make $300 a month on average, and that's the population of all of Europe and twice the population of North America. So there's massive amounts of people in the world that are still developing, that eventually they never got access to the computers, they never got access to them, they directly jumped to the smartphone and the internet, and now they're spending all their time on the phone because it doesn't cost them money, it only costs you attention. So if you think about it, these people are not able to go out and enjoy the real life world from what they make, but they have the opportunity to go and plug into the metaverse and access so many plethora of opportunities that was not possible before. Another interesting segment of the metaverse is play-to-earn gaming. Play-to-earn gaming disrupts the concept of how we see gaming companies right now, where the benefit goes to the gaming companies, but instead in play-to-earn gaming, the benefit of being a better gamer goes back to the game thanks to crypto and DeFi. Now, we're seeing massive disruption in countries like Philippines, where people from 5 years of age to 50 years of age, and hundreds of thousands of people, not just a small amount, playing games like Axie Infinity and making more money than they were making before while they were doing a job. Why? Because people in the Western countries want to buy these skins that the people acquire for more money than these people have made while working at a job. And if you think about the impact of this, as you move forward, the kids who are born now, as they're playing games at the age of 2 and 3, they already start interacting with these NFTs and with these cryptocurrencies and tokens that they get while playing games. They get financially adaptive very, very fast. So you see how the normal kids being born, they would be much more exposed to crypto, and they would have much more opportunities in life that they did not have before, thanks to play-to-earn gaming. So my reason for telling you all this today, I don't have too much time, only 10 minutes, but my reason for telling you all this today, the idea was to make you aware about what the metaverse actually is, instead of making you believe that it's just a virtual place. It's actually where you're putting most of your attention. And to ask you guys that if you are building towards the metaverse, you want to build towards where there's a nice mix of the physical and the digital world. And if you're able to do that, you have a massive opportunity in front of you. I'm very happy to support the companies and entrepreneurs who are working in this space. I'm very approachable. Please feel free to reach out to me at evan@evanluthra.com. You can follow me on Instagram at evanluthra. And if you guys have any ideas, please feel free to reach out. Thank you so much. All the best, everybody. To the moon.